Let me show you two of the very best trade routes in Star Citizen 3.21. We're going to be heading over to the Terra jump point. There are all kinds of really cool things to buy up there, and we're going to be taking it over to the Microtech system and selling at New Babbage. There is another save point to save point trade route over at the Pyro jump point to Crusader. You can go over there and trade right at the main city if you feel like it, but man, ain't nobody got time for that, even if it is for hundreds of thousands of AUEC. This trade run can be done in any size ship smaller than the Hull C that can carry cargo. When you land, head over to the Galleria and look for the admin office. Now, they have a lot of really cool stuff here. Mostly we're after the medical supplies and Hevestonite. Obviously, the bigger the cargo hold, the better, so we're going to go for maximum profits in the C2 Hercules. If you have a big ship like the C2 but not a lot of money to risk quite yet, then just start out trading medical supplies. Just make sure you don't buy over 200 SCU. This will ensure that you don't have any delays while selling, and if you have any spare space cheddar left over, then top off with the Hevestonite. If you have even less money to work with, well then start out by trading the distilled spirits because yeah, that inventory is never going to run out. We're going to be jumping from save point to save point, so this makes this trade route very low risk. Ship's all loaded up, let's check out our loot. Man, I have to say I really love the new sizes of the cargo boxes, you know, depending on what size, and they still have the same colors depending on the type, but yeah, that's really win. Let's head over to New Babbage and sell all of our loots. Now you're gonna freak out because it's like 51 million kilometers away, but as long as you have an upgraded quantum drive, it's not really that bad at all. Now I'm sure some random pirates out there are gonna see this video and send up QT traps, but ultimately, overall, this should be a very safe trade run because we're going from save point to save point. When you arrive at New Babbage, you can hail the airport and land in there and store your ship and all that jazz, and then ride the tram all the way to the place, and then run through everything and get there, and then you'll finally be able to sell. Or you can follow the tram line there on the left-hand side. It'll lead you to a set of domes, and we're going to land over there because, you know, that's where the sell location is. Landing over there is going to save us a whole boat ton of time because we're not going to have to ride the tram all the way back, run both directions only to summon my ship and fly it out of a hangar. Yeah, it's a big giant waste of time. When you get closer, look for the building that has the little rectangle like hangar coming off of it. You can actually summon ground-based vehicles from inside there. Pissing off our fat cells is a bad thing, so I'm going to try to land as close to the hangar as possible so I don't have to run very far. I mean, I guess I probably didn't have to try to land on that guy's ship. Sorry about that, I didn't realize how big the C2 really was. Time for a moment of paranoia. Check around your ship and make sure there aren't any nefarious individuals trying to steal your cargo. Because you know what? That'd totally suck, and definitely turn off your engine so your ship doesn't blow away. Doing it this way preserves the most fat cells possible, and it looks like I totally screwed up the nose of my C2. The good news is the ship was already upside down when I landed on it, so it was probably abandoned. Let's hope so anyway. To head inside, you're going to have to run through a set of double doors, and if you run all the way down that hallway, at the very end on the right-hand side, there's going to be an elevator. Once you get inside, you can head directly to the commons, and if you want to think about it, just imagine really hard, close your eyes, and think of it as your tram ride. Head to New Babbage Plaza and run all the way through Factory Line. I reckon we're at the home stretch now. Besides, landing out there by the hangar allows you to see these lovely butterflies much sooner. And there you go. I just saved you several minutes of your life by not having to land in a hangar and, you know, ride a tram and then run here. Alright, so we started with 8.11 million, we're down to 6.619 million. Time to make some space cheddar. First, let's sell the real moneymaker, which is the Hevestonite. Now, if you can afford to invest in Hevestonite, do that because you're going to make more money than trying to buy medical supplies. Because medical supplies are made here in New Babbage area, so yeah, you're going to get less for the medical supplies. Shoulda, coulda, woulda made more? Now let's try the Pyro Orison loop. On Sunday, I had just finished watching the con. I was totally blown away, and it was like, you know what? I want to log into Star Citizen and do a little trading, and I do not know how the algorithm knew, but it read my mind and served me this video here from Noobs Gaming. Ultimately, ended up watching a couple extra hours of his content, and you know what? He makes really good videos, so why don't you go over there and give him a sub. Here's a link right now in the upper right hand corner. And YouTube, I don't know how you read my mind in that moment, but it's actually kind of terrifying. Let's head over to the Pyro Jump Gate, and what makes this place so special is, man, the nebulas are freaking glorious. There's daggone space lightning. I don't even know how that happens, but it happens and it looks great. Just an FYI, if you do decide to do Noob's Run here, the Pyro to Orison run, you will run into far more players server-wide just because there is an event going on there, so keep that in mind. Just like in Terra, you're going to go to the Galleria and look for the admin office. There are 2 items here that'll make you a decent amount of money. These roots you can actually sell to other space stations, but they'll only buy up to 500 SU at a time, but definitely go with the Vestinite because it's going to make you the most money possible. The only drawback is, well, that's going to set you back about 1.6 million every single time you fill up a C2, so if you can't afford that, you might be just doing partial loads. The good news is this is another one of those safe point to safe point trading routes, so the likelihood of getting ganked is quite small. Because you know what they always say, you're safe 100% of the time, right up until you're not. Like seriously, Space Pals, I can't wait till they get the Pyro Gate put in here. It already looks freaking amazing as it is, but geez, man, let me just soak in the moment. I guess the semi-good news is Orison pays the most amount of money for the Hevestinites. It almost makes up for a train ride. Not. If you do the Pyro to Orison run, you can get 3 runs in per hour, but if you do the Terra run to New Babbage, you can get in 4. This run here does have a shorter jump distance, so if you don't have an upgraded QT, maybe do this run. Although you are most definitely going to be running into far more players than if you go the Terra and the New Babbage route. Remember when I said it was really people-y out at Orison? Well, this is what I'm talking about right here. This MSR is going to be flying by me. They've got a bunch of cargo as well, because I can see it on their ship. So he's either trying to poach my hangar, get in there and just get his ship impounded really quick and stored. You know, I've done that in the past. But yeah, this one's mine, bro. This one's mine. What likely happened though is he called for a landing a little bit too far away. Like in Orison, you gotta be really close before you call for a landing, or you're not gonna be able to see your daggone hangar marker and you're not gonna know where to land. So you just try to land in any open hangar. It's probably what this guy's doing. But nah, we're not gonna have any of those shenanigans happen, so I'm gonna get in there underneath this guy before he tries to land in my daggone hangar. Get the hell out of here, bro. This is mine. Go find your own. Probably gonna spend about 10 minutes until you find another open hangar. If you've never been to Orison before, make sure you don't go to the Providence platform. You want to go over here to the Cloud View Center. Oh my god. Seriously, I can't believe that just happened. You know, this is why I hate trams. The only thing that makes up for tram rides is Orison actually looks freaking amazing, even at night. So now we gotta head over here, we gotta cross this bridge and then go to the other side. That's where the trade place is. And for some odd reason, it looks like I used 10 gallons of Jerry curl in my hair. Some dude tried to steal my parking place and I had to ride a tram, but we're finally here. So we had 8.335 million, we're down to 6.731 million. Once again, let's make our space cheddar. New Babbage was paying 2.65 each, and here we're getting 2.70 each, and you would be absolutely surprised by the power of the nickel. Ultimately, you will make more money per sale on this run, it's just it takes longer. But wait, there's more. So you can actually buy scrap here in New Babbage and then just run it all the way back up to Pyro since you're going there anyway and sell that for an over 30k profit. Ultimately though, I think I'm going to stick to the Terra Microtech trade route because I can get 1 extra trade in there per hour. So there you have it. These are 2 of the very best trade routes in Star Citizen 3.21 just because you're trading from save point to save point, and that really does matter because getting pirated sucks. All my love to my Patreon and YouTube channel supporters, you make this channel possible, so thank you.